Good morning, students. As in our previous classes, you have studied regarding the or about the state bribes or initiation taken by the state government and and even through the Constitution of India and through the reservation policy of the government. Now the government of India has tries to embrace the wide gulf between the uh, downtrodden people of India and segments of India and the upper classes segments of India. The government has made the many of various initiations and particularly government laws and the government constitutional arrangements address the problem of the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes. And moreover, and later on, we have also seen that in the 90s, the backward classes, OBC backward classes, were classes were also given the reservation in the government's position or university position or the government or central government's positions. They given the reservations for that. Understand? So now here we are going to see that about the OBC and the backward classes, other backward classes. Now, students, untouchability we have already seen. It was the meant for the certain section of the society who were not allowed to enter into enter in the social norms and the social festivals and the social activities of the mainstream society. They were ousted ousted from the columns of the social structure of our Hindu society. Understand? They have been the and more, or it was the untouchability was the most visible and the comprehensive form of the social discrimination. It was the most visible untouchability. Is the don't touch me. Understand? This was the prevalent, or it was the most visible and the very comprehensive in the and the moreover comprehensive in nature. And however, others were the large group. There were the large group, more large group were and the caste that were of the low status and were also subjected to varying levels of the discrimination or sort of the untouchability. But one thing is that there were also a section of the people, understand, those were the subject to be the discrimination and subject to be the living in a very lower strata, understand, lower strata of the life and subject to the discrimination, and they had to the lead, not lead the life, not a little more, a little more than the little much than the little a little much better than the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes, and that class was the backward class in our country. This backward class, and they a very discrimination happened, a sort of the untouchability means they were allowed with the social segments in the social structure, but in that social structure subject to be the now exploitation, massive exploitations they have to understand. And the moreover, and these were the service and the artisans caste, artisanal caste, the service of the in the villages associated with the agriculture as service sectors in the agricultural field. Previous or the earlier in the agriculture, the artisans help in the work of the agriculture. And now there were the service and artisans caste who occupied the lower rungs of the caste hierarchy. Artisans in the villages, they now held the lower rank of the society, caste society, and moreover, and now they the constitutions of India recognizes the possibility that there may be the groups other than the scheduled tribes and the scheduled caste who suffer from the social disadvantage. Now, constitutions already defined and the address that there may be the certain classes the who are suffering like the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes and that they are uh, they have the having the social disadvantage they are the suffering from that. And moreover these groups which need not to be the based on the caste alone, not the based on the caste alone. These groups, but generally are identified by the caste, where described as the socially and educationally backward classes. The government now addressed not only by caste, the government addressed the two terms, the Indian Constitution. First, socially and educationally backward classes. Okay, not only the caste but socially or economically backward classes, and this is the constitutional basis of the popular term constitutionals. They had also constitutional basis. The backward classes movement started for the reservations. Now they had the constitutional base behind that. Now the constitution of India popular term the other backward classes which is in common use today, and they were addressed by the constitution of India as a OBC other backward classes, and there were and the two terms were for them was the socially and educationally backward classes. Socially and educationally backward classes they had been the and like the category of the tribes, OBC are the defined negatively. OBC are defined and by what they are not. They are neither part of the forward class at the upper strata. They were between that. They neither they were like the neither they were like like the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, and untouchables, nor they were like the upper classes. So they are the between that. They were now situating and we are the between that and the on the lower end, Dalit. But since caste has entered all the major Indian religions and is not confined to the Hinduism alone, if you see that the caste is a caste system has not been the only the Hinduism belong to the Hinduism or the associated in the Hinduism caste system and the on the basis of the status on the basis of the economic status this is also prevalent uh, in the other religious group also. This is not only the problem of the problem in the Hindu society. Caste structure and the behavior and the status was prevalent even in the other religion of our country. So there are members of the other religions who belong to the backward classes. Other religions members, many of the other members from belong to the other religions. They belong to the backward classes, and backward castes share the same traditional occupational identification, share the same traditional uh, identification and the similar or the worse socioeconomic status. They have the similar identification, traditional occupational identification in their own religion, and as well as they are the occupational identification, similar uh, worse or worse socio-economic status they have. The okay, here you see that they possessed the similar kind of the lower status in their own society. Understand? So this is the and more. And for this region, OBC are the much much more diverse group. So on that point of view, OBC are the much diverse group than the Dalit. अगर if you now compare, the OBC are the much diverse group, much diverse group say than the Dalits or the Adivashi. We have we know that they are the much how in what respect they are the different from the Dalit and the OBC and the Dalit are the different. The first is that after the government of independent India under the Jawaharlal Nehru, now he became or the held the office first as a prime minister and appointed a commission to look into. Mr. Nehru now appointed a commission to look into the measure for the welfare of the OBC. Already Mr. Nehru had appointed, and the first backward commission was appointed. Now, to first backward commission was appointed under the leadership, under the chairmanship of the Kaka Kalelkar. Kaka Kalelkar. And this backward commission now just represented its report, submit its a report in 1953. Submit its reports to the Nehru government. Understand? Or this and after that, what the political climate of that time led to the report being sidelined, but political climate was not so high during, and it was just like put into the dustbin. A way, just it was the hanged fire. Understand? For hanged fire, okay, and moreover, but the political climate because of that from the mid 50s, from the mid 50s, OBC issues again uh, begin to take its form and take its position in the regional affairs, in the regional government. The OBC questions and the issues began to be raised by the uh, regional governments. Regional governments started, and the reports being and the regional government started, and at the state rather than the central level, this issues was started at the state level rather than the and the state level. These issues of the backward classes implementation became the more just much more pressing. Understand? Or this moreover the southern states, or in this regard, or the OBC movements at the state level, OBC issues was raised by the southern India, particularly South India now raised southern India. In the southern India, the we see here, uh, see here southern India, and had a long history of backward caste political agencies. In the southern India, it is the long history of the backward caste political agitation that had started in the early 20th century. Long history of the backward southern India, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, these states now taken on the backward class movement for the implementation of the OBC rules there. OBC just a reservation there, you can say in the other word. Or because of this powerful social movement, policies to address the problem of OBC were in place long before they were discussed in the most northern Indian state. But still the northern Indian states were now not taking up this agitation ahead. In the northern Indian states, there was no much consciousness, you can say in order much consciousness about the OBC, OBC facilities or the OBC reservation. But in the on the other hand, we see in the southern India, these movements became the very pressing at the state level. Northern India was not taking care of that, but further northern state, but OBC issues returned to the central level in the late 1970s. Again, the central levels, this OBC, and after the emergency, the Janata Party came into the power. We know that Mrs. Indira Gandhi, she clamped the emergency over the nation, all over the nation, and almost 18 months, this emergencies now went on. The rule of India groaned under the just emergency rule of the Mrs. Indira Gandhi. And during that period, okay, these movements now, OBC movement, particularly in Northern India, became the very active, very active. The from different quarters, understand the OBC leaders, they became active for the uh, implementation of the Mandal commissions, and to form a new commission, to form a new commission. Understand? It was the they laid the stress upon the began to lay the stress upon the government, and moreover, the second backward, and as the elections happened, the understand after the topple down of the Mrs. Indira Gandhi, she could not get the majority again, mandate in the election, and her government just she could not come into the power again after the emergency, and the Janta, and it was the government Janta Party came into the power. And now this Janta Party, the second backward commission headed by the BP Mandal, was constituted or appointed uh, at that time. However, it was only in 1990s. Understand? When the central government decided to implement 10-year-old Mandal Commission report, understand, the government decided, and that the OBC issue became the major one of the national politics in India, or particularly in the northern India. This became the much pressive politics in the northern India. Understand? So the for the demand for implementation of the Mandal Commission started and began, and it was the very, and this now taken oftenly took a very move violent move. Two sides, pro mandal or anti mandal. Forwards classes, they were the anti mandal. Understand? And the backwards now organized in the to the pro mandal. Understand? So these movements now just headed, or ultimately since the 90s, now it is the resurgence of the lower caste movement in the North India again, among both the OBC and Dalit. This movement, the politicalization of OBC, allowed them to convert their large number recent survey. Again, in the 90s, again they demanded that there they should be given the reservation in the services according to their population proportions. The, since their populations were the 41%. So they wanted, and they have been given the 27%. They wanted the 41% of the reservations. Understand? So now this movement became the very much pressing, or the very much pressing, or the violent movements also. And recent surveys show that they are the 41% national population. And as into the political influence, this was not possible at the national level before, as shown by the sidelining of the Kalelkar Commission report and neglected the Mandal Commission's report. Okay, so this large group, understand, became the very adamant, or the large disparity between the upper caste OBC, upper OBC. Here, one question is that although they had been spared the reservation, 27% reservations, but after that, they were the large disparity between the upper OBC, who are largely landed caste and enjoyed the dominations in the rural society, many regions of our country, and lower OBC, who are the very poor and disadvantaged, and are often not very different from Dalit in socio-economic terms. Okay, make this a difficult political categories to the work with. This became, And moreover, however, the OBC are severely underrepresented in all spheres, the MLAs and the MPs. They are the all spheres. Although upper Although the upper OBC are dominant, upper OBC are the very dominant in the rural sectors. I have already mentioned that they are the dominant caste. I have taught you that these OBC are the dominant caste, having the land possessions, vast tract of the land, having the political positions also, because they are elected because of their large numbers of the OBC, understand, and they hold the power, come into government. They have the very dominant voice in the Lok Sabha and the Vidhan Sabhas. They have the very in the central legislatures, they have the strong voice there. So this is the factor. All the upper OBC are dominant in the rural sectors, we see. And moreover, situation of urban OBC is much worse. But if you compare the rural OBC and the urban OBC, but the in the urban area, the position of OBC is the much down. Understand? They are the not in good position, good positions, and their position is now worst, like the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes, and then the upper caste, not up to the mark of the upper caste. Okay, so this was the situation we have seen in these movements of the. So students, I suppose that you have now seen that the how the uh, backward class generally their issues were under the constitutional issue, and their movements first of all spread in the southern India at the state level. Okay, and they became the very dominant. And in northern India, in the 80s, 70s, 80s or 90s, their movement very strong, understand, or they begin to speculate, they begin to think to hold to now to revive their issues. Or ultimately we see that now after the coming of the Janta Party into the government, or under the leadership of the BP Singh, understand, they got the success to achieving the 27% of the reservation in the central position and the central governments, understand. Or socially they were termed, because socially or educationally backward class. So we have seen that a very movement after the implementation of this movement. So even within the OBC, within the backward class, there are two categories. One, the dominant OBC, and others their condition is very low, understand. So this is the another issues for them. Okay, so today this is the class we shall now wind up with today. The next day we shall study Adivasi struggle. Our topic will be the Adivasi struggle for their identity and for their lost forest and for their uh, just a lost land, understand. Okay, thank you very much. Next class.